C'est tout bon? Ouais, c'est bon.
Hello, hello. So, good afternoon, everybody. I'm truly delighted to welcome you all to this special session dedicated to gathering a project feedback that our company recently working on. First of all, let me introduce myself. So, I'm Henry. I'm the Vice President of Alegria Group. I'm in charge of of all the production at Alegria, from the consulting to the delivery application that we can make with no-code tools. And before we dive into the details of this project, and let Elodie introduce herself, I would like to set the stage. I encourage you to, during the session, to share your thoughts, questions, and suggestions. Okay? So let's go. Elodie.
So, being short by myself, I'm working in the energy sector since 10 years ago, mostly in the innovation activities. First for B2C and B2B, all the services offered for EDF, the French energy provider. And now I work 18 months ago, I changed. And now I work for the DSO, Enedis, which is responsible to bring the energy to people, not the provider the one who sells the energy, but the one who brings the energy after it had been sold by the provider. So I'm mostly expert in innovation process and new technology in the energy sector.
Okay, so my second question was about can you present your company shortly, but maybe it's enough, or you want to complete it a little bit?
No, maybe I would like to highlight some figures because it has an impact on the use case we worked together. Regarding the DSO, the name is Enedis in French. We are running 10,000 kilometers of cable under the ground of Paris. This 10,000 kilometers enable us to bring energy to 1.6 million clients. 1.3 million are you, the private client, the B2C, and 300,000 are the B2B. And the B2B, it means l'Élysée, it means the DGSE, it means the hospital, it means the Station F. So we have a great diversity of clients. Each year we are running 166,000 of technical intervention, and among them 8,000 of construction site work inside Paris. So maybe you meet them, maybe you have them inside your street. And our main objective each day is to reduce the time electricity is stopped in each house. And we are lucky and proud to be one of the best European capital, because we have only 24.92 minutes of shortage of electricity last year. So this is something we are very proud of, because this is the best in Europe, and we are just after Tokyo regarding this time. So to do this, we are 1,200 people inside in 5 sites in Paris, and half of my colleagues are technicians and working on the field in a client house. That's it for Enedis.
Okay, so that's it. Really important for the next question and the presentation of the application. So if you have any question, please ask. Can you describe the purpose of the project now that you describe the context of your company?
Yes. So something you may not know about the electrical cable and electricity is like the more the temperature is high, the more the cable are broke. I would say it go high and high and it broke. So when you broke the electrical cable, it's inside the ground. This is something that is very specific to Paris. You have few neighborhoods in Tokyo where all the cable are inside the ground. It's 1.5, 2 meters down the ground. and it's specific to Paris. Maybe if you travel in France, you see the cable in the on the some poteau. I don't know how to say it. And this is not the thing in Paris. Another thing is like to reassure you, we have two cable, which is a double dérivation in French. So if one stop, we can up switch very quickly, like millisecond, and you don't even notice it. But even if we switch, we have to repair the proper cable. And if we go beyond 25 incidents, this is the total crisis. We don't know how to fix them. So you don't see it each summer, but each summer we are in crisis from 30, 35 degrees to 41. This is the total crisis. So we have cables that are stopping like each 15 minutes, and our job is to fix them. Fixing them, how we fix them, we go directly to the streets. We have the cable. The cable could be like 2 meters, 3 meters, up to 20 meters. And we don't know exactly where the cable has a problem. So we have to open the ground. We have to put like some ultrasounds on it, with special vehicles. We only have like 5 of them for all the 20 arrondissement. We only have 5, and for each vehicles, it's 2 people, and we only have 15 people that can use the vehicle. That's it. And so we open, we push a sound, and we wait that there is like a follow back from the cable. And we can open once, twice, 3 times. Imagine you are the Opera Avenue, for instance. This is the 40th of July. And we can open the ground. And if you can open the ground, it's okay. And if there is like, I don't know, work or painting or something which is different, or marché or thing like this, you cannot open. So you have to wait that people get rid of everything to open the ground. And so all of this crisis is dealing mostly with Excel, paper, and things like this. This is also like, as I call it, Corsica song, c'est transmission orale. This is all of this. And we have this beautiful navette, we call a navette, which is a paper that we produce 3 times a day. It's a 15 pages PDF, Word, then PDF, that we are filling. So now at this time of the day, we have like 20 cable. This is a total crisis, and we are searching for resources all around France to help us to deal with this. And with the money that goes, because you are hiring like a subsider to fix it and to help you fix it, because summer is holidays. So we have 50% of our workers that are on holidays, and we have our experts that are on holidays. So this is how we deal with crisis. As you may know, next year this is the Olympic Game 2024. And if I have a cable that is off in the middle of the Place de la Concorde, we've got to fix it. So we have to know it, we have to follow it, and we have to have the resources to fix it. So obviously you didn't see it, but this is every summer since like 5 years, and we see like there is more and more cable because they are older and older. And to fix a cable, this is a 15-stage process, because you have to open, to find the default. You have to hire someone to fix the default. You have to reopen at the present stage. You have to, ce qu'on appelle déconsigner, what we call déconsigner in French, which is stopping the electricity inside the cable in all the street. You have to make the word, fix. You have to like bring all the cable together, make it. You have to fill the ground, then reconsigner to put the electricity, test it, make a security check. So this is the 15 stage, and we have to follow it because the French government, they ask us where is it, where is it the process, and if it's on the Champs-Élysées, this is not the same as is in 80th arrondissement, but in the 80th arrondissement you have a copropriety with housing with 3,000 people who need electricity. We need to refresh the house, which is very, very hot. So you have all these kind of clients which is at risk. And the more risk is like if we broke one cable, there is a lot of call for power on the other cable. So this other cable is very like fragile, and we don't have to wait that much time. So what we ask for to Alegria, we need an app to deal with all this. It looks like it's simple because this is only free softwares. And what is different is like in Paris, considering the atypism of our network, we don't have the same software as all the rest of France. So this is an advantage because we can do what we want with our data, and everything is like easily, it seems like easily accessible and reachable and manageable. But we all have to develop ourselves because there is like a software, a crisis software, but we cannot use it. So one thing was important was we could enter into the rentrer dans le moteur. I don't know how to say it, but to go inside inside the crisis. We want to be like fully independent. So there is an issue to develop and train people inside our team to be able to enter inside, we choose Microsoft Power App, to go inside the Power App and to be able to modify it if we need it on the 50th of July, if something was not clear on the map or thing like this. So this is why we choose no code. And considering that 2024 is in 2024, it means like in less than 6 months, this is tomorrow, we need something to develop like very quick and under the eye of our DSE. So totally in shadow, and to be very quick and to go back with, oh, look at this is all developed. You just have to make a link between the cyber security, Microsoft 365, all is security. And so this is easy and this is quick regarding all our regular process. That is for the use case.
Okay, thank you, Elodie. You anticipate a lot of my question. Just I would like to dive a little bit on how you choose the. You already say about the Power Apps environment, but or for a big company like Enedis and the committee that you have to choose a technology, how it is acceptable to go on a project with no code solution? How do you manage this? How was the solution that was acceptable? Because I think for a lot of people, we would like to see more no code in big company, but it's very difficult. Can you comment on this? Or?
Honestly, I jump on an opportunity since the Microsoft Power Apps is currently under deployment at EDF, and we are a subsidiary at EDF. But regarding regulatory issue and things like this, we have to have separate software for competition reason and things like this between EDF and us. But nevertheless, we are still in the big EDF family. And I heard about all this solution, and I say, oh, let's try it. And I asked to our DSI, and they say, yes, we are looking for it, but maybe in 2026, let's wait. We know that it exists, but it's expensive and things like this. And when it comes to choose the solution, I'm desperate to say that we have gone for the more secure one and the more classic, and the one which has already been chosen by the group. So no extravagancy regarding this. And to me personally, I'm quite like curious to see how far Microsoft can go with all this package. So we go for this one.
But I think that's something really interesting that even with no code is becoming with more and more tools, more growing. We don't have the choice right now to choose the no code tools that we want when we work for some customers. What was the for the moment, because the project is not terminated, it's not finished yet. What was the thing that you expected the most? Maybe about the rapidity or other things. And what was your biggest disappointment about the project for now?
We begin with the biggest disappointment, which is not a disappointment for the word of disappointment, but which is not a surprise, but something which has to be said is like data, the issue of the data. Being no code of everything, there is a say, you already know it, shit in, shit out. And here there is not even shit in, because we are searching for data. And yes, this is not a problem. We have data, don't worry. Worry about the platform, the tools, and things like this. We all this data, the expert, and things like this. And I have to tell the story. So the software we are using to identify or to register all these incidents has been developed by a guy, which is Mr. Cholin. So the software name is La Cholinette. And we are calling it like the logiciel incident, the incident software, but the regular name is Cholinette. And Mr. Cholin is currently retired, not dead, but retired. And he has like a passion which is flower and things like this. And between flower session, traveling and things like this, he has sometime a small contract with us to take the MCO of this of this beautiful software that you use to deal with this crisis. So there is there is an issue to like secure everything through the Microsoft and the use case to secure also this kind of thing, because the next step for me is like it will be mandatory to first open the crisis and the incident inside the Microsoft 365 app, and then it will go through a circle of API inside our Cholinette. So the first thing is obviously the data. No matter which tool you use, which if it's Alegria or the best one or any, if your data are shitty, it's gonna be a mess. So now I say we could have wrapped it up in 2.5 months, because I used to say if it's not done in 3 months, we have a problem. So obviously we are far beyond the 3 months. But if our data has been ready before, in less than 2 months we could have wrapped it up. The problem is the data. The problem is also the holiday. But we're in France.
And because it's more true because it's an app for managing crisis, and you managing crisis by taking decision. So it's all about the data and the way the look and feel your dashboard. So it's only about this. So effectively.
And on the positive side, to answer your question, there is like the change it brings to the field and all the management, because I have to explain that if it's to take your Excel and put it on Microsoft 365 and Power App, please keep your Excel. I have another thing to do, and I have no time for this. But we have to explain that okay, you Excel, okay, you train for the Olympic Games, because this is the excuse for everything. We have the Olympic Games, it has to be secure. Like we are training ourselves since 4 years to be ready for the issue to come next summer, you know. And people are very like insecure about this, because we don't know the temperature that will come, and we don't know how much incident we will have, and we don't know where they will happen. So this is a lot of uncertainties, and the only thing which is sure is the way we are using our software. So changing the software like 6 months before is something which was not obvious for everybody. And the positive things is like it helps us to catalyze the change inside this crisis, and we took the opportunity to change even the navette, which is 15 pages. Who read 15 pages today? So we change it like something more simple and things like this, and we bring like wow and sexy things for people, and they didn't regard what we changed, the real change.
Yes,
making a PDF inside one slide enable you to make a lot of things.
Because the project has a double effect. It was, of course, building the app and also bring the no-code culture in
Yes.
Enedis. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe we can jump on the demo. It's not really a demo. Maybe show you a little bit what looks like the app. So I hope you don't have too high expectation. It's Microsoft platform, but we can show you.
Yes, but we have been. What you said, we have been very transparent. It is under process, and you know what? Even when we finish, it will be under process.
Yeah.
So don't spend too much time on graphics and things like this. Does it works? Does the functionality works? Is it easy for even me that never I dealt with crisis in a nuclear power plant, but not in a on cable in Paris, but if it works, it works. And for me, this is very garage, comme on dit. And it has to remain garage. And there is not like the beautiful product that the developer produce. And since the beginning, it has been something garage. And it has to remain something garage, something that everybody could like change and think like, of course, there is MVP. Of course, there will be like, this is the final product that we will use. But please, if there is like a functionality, and we imply and engage we engage a lot of people inside the construction. It takes times, but now they are proposing like some new functionality and things like this, and very quickly we are making it to happen. So the thing is like I want them like during the crisis, they will have the trust inside the system to be, oh, I need this, and I trust it will work like clearly. So we have always been transparent and clear that this is something which will never be ended.
Yes, remember here what's important is the data and to take a decision rapidly. So okay. So maybe I'm going to the video because it's more.
Yes, and the demo like
if it's
is
working,
like free or.
It won't work.
No. And it was a little bit old because it changed like every 2 days. But maybe if you go in the slide before, and maybe the tech could fix it during the time.
I'm letting you maybe.
Yes. So basically, for dealing with the crisis, we have like 3 different cellules, I will call it. So the most interesting one is the technique one. So here you find all the incident with a level of priority with the color, and we have this big discussion with the color because the guy who is doing it for us is daltonian. And so we change the color, and we have like this discussion through Teams for 1 hour. Yes, but this is not the color we are used to. Yes, but this is a green. No, this is not a green. This is not the green. But there is like a reflex, and when it's a green, you just switch off inside your mind, so it's okay. So this is not the green. We like. Could you come back to the yes? So this is the technical. So they have here all the resources. All the sources that you have, and this is like you have an update which is like 2 minutes update that we can deal all the resources which is actually on the ground, which is back to the agency. We can go and we have resources with their expertise. Could they go with the specific vehicle or no? And we have all the things because during summer we are bringing resources from another region in France to help us. So you have this, and you have this, which is very precious, which is the Groupe Électrogène, which is, the fuel power. We only have 20 during the crisis for all Paris. So the thing is like you have to put a power station, and then we use it like for 15, 1 hour, 2 hours. After 2 hours, we're dead. We have to fix it under 2 hours because we only have 20. We have 20 arrondissements. So 20 arrondissements, it's 1 by arrondissement. and we have only 3 vehicles to bring them all around the arrondissement. So, you see? Then we have the territory. The territory is the most thing, is like you see, this is the same data, but another way of putting it. And here is the map. Because territory is dealing with mayor, dealing with citizen. This is the interface between us, the technical part, and Madame Hidalgo and all his adjoint and all the mayor of arrondissement. And they say, I don't have this. Here is the mayor of 12th arrondissement, 9th arrondissement, Bouillon-Pigalle has no electricity, and then electricity, and they just call us. Yes, we are arriving. Just give us 5 minutes to find everything that we need. So this is here the incident, and here you find this is not the same color because this is it was under process. And here you have a level of priority, and what we do is like each day at 7, 12, and 6 p.m. We are meeting with all these different cellules. They are working in different space, in different location, and they are meeting. And here is how we prioritize all the incident. Because if you are territory, your first priority is Le Bon Marché with Bernard Arnault. If we are cellule technique, your first priority is the DGSE, because near DGSE you have 3 transformators. If you lose DGSE, we lose 1/5 of electricity in Paris. So we have different priority. And DGSE, this is, nobody will know that we shut down the DGSE. Everybody will know that we shut down the Bon Marché, which happened last summer for 3 days. For 3 days, yes. Because they don't have power station, because they decided to give up with the power station. It was on the 17th, 18th, 19th of July. And on the 17th, we have all the tourists and things like this, and they have to leave the Bon Marché through the cave, and voilà. It was delicious. So, and strategies, which is the cellule that is dealing with all the things and has to have all the data for the government and the national level of crisis, which is the number of incidents that we are still dealing with, and all the data, which is very, very important, and what are the different stages. So this is one. And what we are working for the V2.0 is the overview, which is a total overview, and we are working with this with the government and the national level, and which is the REX, because one of the purpose, I don't say it because this is not like that sexy at the other, but one of the purpose is to make and to build the REX during the crisis, because each year we close the crisis. If it's a good summer around the 20th of August the 20th, and we have to like pay everybody and how much incident, how long does it take for each step, something like this. You know, like the follow-up of everything. Like we ask for 1.5 million euros to deal with the crisis. What do you do with the money? You know, basically this. And it is very hard because when you're in crisis, you do the thing and you don't document it, and you don't put, yes, I put 2 vehicles because it was an emergency and things like this. Okay, but after we have to take a step back and analyze everything. And I have to say, like last year, like there is some people that that have an interaction, subsiders and things like this. I think some of them, we pay them 4 times for the same things. This is my conviction, because I signed the things, so we pay them 4 times. And most of them, we pay them like, they come at 9, they come at 11, they come at 2 for the same incident, and we pay them each time. And at the end, this is not even the first company that fix the problem at 9 p.m. So we have like a big budgets for the crisis, and the question was, maybe we could like follow this like more precisely. So one of the objectives behind the cherry on the cake is to be able, like, to document a Rex between and to don't wait, because if you call the people on the 15th of December, the crisis is we have another crisis because we are a company that is working only on crisis.
Okay, thank you, Elodie. Sorry, there won't be a video. That's not the photo of Microsoft, that's mine. Maybe we can go on the question if you have. Do you have any question? Yes. Okay.
Thank you. I have a question because I get that you have started this project before this summer, and this summer we have some kind of record heat in mid-August. Now today,
No, this summer was not that
it
hot.
was fine. Okay.
Yes, we were fine.
Did any parameters change this summer of this year, or having like 30 degrees in mid-October has an impact on your project?
Actually, like currently, the weather is quite hot, and it has been hot since the beginning of September. So we have hot heat waves, and we have some incidents, and we were able to put it already inside the tools, and this is what make us like bring a map to map everything, because the Ville de Paris didn't ask it like the year before. But seeing Olympic Games coming, there is more and more needs to have something which is very visual, because in their crisis cellule and the crisis service for the Olympic Games, they have the same language, and they want to put it, all the data, inside their map, to be able to see, like in, for instance, on the 26th of July, 2024 p.m., they need to see if everybody has electricity. So this is something we had, actually.
And sorry, how many different user persona do you have? Like
How many?
different kind of users do you have? Like
For this
yeah.
app, our target for now is 3 to 4, because we have all these licenses negotiation, with Microsoft. So the more money I have, the more user I will bring inside. And no, but mostly this will be like passive consultation, for the most of people, because when we are in crisis, you don't need that much people. A good crisis is few people. So when we are at the utmost crisis, we have like 8, 10, and that's it. This is the only people you need.
Oh, you mean that it doesn't like people from the mayor's won't have access to that on a daily basis throughout the year?
This is still a question to explore. Right now, we are giving like some data which are stable, this PDF, and we don't give that much detail, and we don't give where is it exactly. And this map will be like Olympic game is different. Olympic game is Olympic games. We have to play the game for the Olympic games. After, I don't want to say to every Parisian people that here is its cut, but I fix it before, because it's what Bernard Arnault we ask it. You see?
Okay. I just wanted to tell you that I just sold all my Enedis stocks after your presentation.
We don't have stocks, so
No.
I'm quite okay with this. But EDF need money if you have money now.
Okay, it's quite interesting actually, but you did choose Microsoft. I'm not fan of Microsoft, but I do understand why you did choose Microsoft for all the governance things. But the question is more for you, and perhaps also for you. If you, I don't know how to say that in English, but if you restart the project right now, which technology or which technology or platform, I don't know how to say, you choose, you want to choose for this subject, if the subject just bring it in Alegria right now?
That's really an interesting question, but the problem is, for me, it's an informatic project, so it comes with the big package, and the big package is the company, the DSI, the rules and the norms, and even if I would like to choose my favorite no-code tools, no, none of projects can be handled like this. Because you have to respect the architecture, the flow, the data, and that's not a question that I can answer like this. So if the project is showing data and making a really great dashboard, I would like to go with click data, but just with only this kind of an information, and this is only the brief I have. After, the project is always about finding the great solution and respecting the rules. So I think the Microsoft perhaps was the best, because there is a lot of like said Elodie, a lot of committee that you have to get the approval before to launch the project, and it's already a great win to have an apps in just like 4 months in a company with all the meeting that you have to do to have this. So and if I choose and if I wanted to push big data, today you won't have a presentation about the use case with Enedis.
And if I can put my point of view on this, we said that when we choose Microsoft 365, it was choix de la raison. It was not the choice I would have made. And if I have enough money, I would have chose both. And I will make them compete. You see, I will have run 2 projects in parallel. And to be able give them the same data, the same team. And if I could, I would have put 2 of them to, like, at the end, being able to produce a good Rex, because with this, as you may understood, this is an experimentation, so I have to make a Rex of this, and we will put the rest to EDF and things like this. And Alegria don't know it, but with all the space that has been open, it is a playground, and we have like some more easiest and enable use case that we are running inside to test the platform. And maybe at the end of this year and at the end of the project, I will just prove that it was not a good idea to use Microsoft 365 to run this kind of app. Maybe. And I have no ego, no feeling about this. If it's the conclusion, I take everything and we put in the traditional things, and I have no emotion, because I think this no-code are a good solution. Maybe not for this. We are just maybe proving that it was not the good use case, you know. But we open and we, in French, you say pousser le bois. We have opened another door, and we will just prove to the DSI that for small use case, you see, we are working on a small ticketing project for buying a chair and having your wall paint and change the light and things like this. Small ticketing, you see, it works very well with this. But maybe on this one, it was not a good idea. I'm not sure it was a good idea right now, but we'll see. And to answer your question, I wish I could have both to test them and make them compete. It will be wonderful. And please think about us and my 1,200 colleagues, because on the 26th of July, 8:24, this is the beginning of the big ceremony. And I will be in the crisis in the crisis room, and it will be wonderful because we are working hard for it to be rememberable. Yes?
We are right on time, but we can take 2 or 3 other questions.
Thank you. You have mentioned a quality concern. To what extent having low data quality is impeding your project today?
The daily nightmare. This is this extent. Yes, this is a nightmare. Yes, if you have no data, nothing. I create myself fake file to make the project move forward. You see, and I say, if we push to the people responsible something which is sexy enough, they will work on the data.
Yeah, so
To convince.
you need to create a virtual set of data to have
Yes,
that
virtual.
demo.
This is a nice way to put it. It
Okay.
was a fake one.
Okay, for the demo. But
Yes.
if everything goes well with the new project, you will have on time, real time, good data, and therefore the past shitty data won't be a problem. Or
It won't be a problem. We are dreaming about API.
okay.
Yes, we are dreaming about this. This is the next challenges.
Thank you for the presentation, but you use no code to display data, but not especially to collect data currently? The
I wish.
input data for your processes are
I wish.
manually and
No, for the time being, this is not the technology we are using.
okay.
We are currently stretching our data lake and all the data science tool and data analysis tool to. You have to remember that data is not something easy in our society, because you don't want me to know when you switch the light on inside your apartment. This is the data that I have. So you see, data, it has been, and this is also a challenge for no code and for the team, because we are just trying to close the no data era, the not even thinking about data era. And this is very a cultural change, because we explain to all our people and to all our technological and geek inside the company, you can't not touch the data. We interpret the GDPR at a level of complexity that you cannot imagine. And now, this is, but all the corporates always go, this is 180 degrees on the other side. Please, we can open some data for you to play with. And people, they don't want, because they are afraid, not mentioning the intelligence artificial and things like this. Oh, but I'm too scared and I don't want to take the data. And we have been very, very strict about GDPR for good reason. And now people inside our company, we know, and we have been condemned at EDF. We have been people inside our tour in La Défense, inside our building, who came for data and what we did with data. So it has been a huge traumatism for the company. And we know that we cannot do everything. You will be surprised, and I have been surprised by the number of data we have about you through the metering. So people are a little bit afraid to dealing with. So we are going slowly on this side.
That's complete the answer of your question about the truth.
What kind of data lake are you using so far?
It's called B4All. We are calling B4All, but I think this is designed 100% by us. Okay. This is why this is so slow.
It's a slogan?
Yes. This is to say that this is why this is so slow.
Why it's so slow. Okay. But thank you all to participate to this session. It was really good to have you, and I hope you will enjoy now the party, I think, and the cocktail, because it's beginning in like half an hour. So thanks you again, and bye bye.